So, new Philips Oneblade, first attempt, first try. What I'm going to do is I've left a few days stubble, and I'm going to go with, you get 3 attachments with it. So 5mm, 3mm, 1mm. I'm going to try each one of them. So I'm going to start on the 5 and see how we get on. So first of all, clipped in, see how we get on. Okay, so 5mm, still quite a lot left. Not a massive taken off, but nice and comfortable. Switch over to 3mm. Fortunately, they've got little gravings on the back, which is useful. So, back on. So that's the 3mm. Trimmed a little bit off. I could feel quite a bit coming off, but still quite kind of rough around the edges. The nice thing with this, in compared to a normal razor, take that off, and you can actually just polish it up a little bit, as you would do with a real shaver, rather than what you have to do at the moment, which is get a beard trimmer, do all your beard, and then go for a normal razor to be able to polish it up. So you can see instantly like that. So that was 3. Down to the shortest of them all, which is the 1. Now, normally what I would do is have a beard trimmer without any kind of attachment on it, just so it gets the closest it can. So I'm expecting this to go relatively close, but it will be interesting to see how I get on with when I take this one off and go to a 0. What is quite nice is you can see in here how it's fitted in. It's actually using the edge of the trimmer there, so you'll have noticed on one bit I was doing this, on the other bit of that. Still seems to catch it, still seems to do what I need. So 1mm. So you can see this coming off quite quickly. Okay, so that's down to 1mm. So you can see you kind of get stubbly, but not too bad. Quite close. I would say it's probably a little bit longer than what I would shave if I was doing no attachment on a normal beard trimmer. But incredibly comfortable compared to a normal beard trimmer without an attachment on. So you can see a little bit of that on there. Seems to come off quite easily though. And again, no irritation from that, which is always a nice one. Now, the one thing that I always find is I have really curly whiskers. So when I shave, the reason why I normally just do a trim rather than doing a wet shave is that I get really bad ingrown hairs. And I hate ingrown hairs. And if anyone else gets it, you just end up with real irritation all the way around here. So if I go too close, it just causes me quite a lot of irritation. So this is going to be an experiment. If I'm honest, I would imagine I'll probably normally go with the 1, but let's see how we go with this and with no attachment at all. So if you see, when it's shaving off, it's quite close. You can actually see it coming off. Just to point out, this is my first time, so I am going over a few moments just because I've not used this before. Okay, so I think I've got everything. So that was with 0. So you can now see it's actually really close. I think this is probably the closest shave I've had in quite a few years. Couldn't tell you last time I've done this close. So this will be the experiment, is to see how this goes. Now, it's really smooth for me. But you can still kind of have a little bit of stubble, as it's really, really minor. You can kind of feel very little at all. It's actually really strange to look at my face with no stubble on. But so that's my first experience of using this. So far, so good. Actually, really smooth. Even doing that, obviously, there's no wet shave. You don't need any shaving foam or anything like that. It's just going on there. It's a really smooth razor just here. You don't cut your fingers, but really, really smooth. Actually, on your skin, it feels really nice, and it's quite nice to be able to do the edges that you need to. Like I said, I would never normally go this close. I will probably go with the 1mm as a standard. Seems really flexible though. Great first impressions.